Welcome to the Jason Katz PodKatz. You know, my podcast. It's been a big week. I don't know if you notice where I'm driving right now, but I'm driving in the wonderful Capitol Hill of Seattle. Not to dox myself. Brought to you by FedEx, apparently. We are driving to Gig Harbor today. Gig Harbor seems to use my company, and I haven't been there, so you know, whatever. Let's see if we can get that view in. I'm gonna do some little weird. I could go the other direction to get on the 90. Or not the 90, the 5, but the 5 is like it would be going through Cap Hill and like down into downtown, and like it's usually pretty backed up most of the day. So this is the secret way. See, look at that water, isn't that pretty? Can't really see it, but on our left is the Space Needle. I don't feel like moving the camera right now, so yeah. There's a mailman. Thank you, USPS. So yeah, I moved to Capitol Hill. Move went pretty well. I'm almost unpacked. Just got to get like a few more pieces of furniture and like the deliveries. Like I ordered a bunch of stuff on Amazon, like like a trash can and stuff, which is apparently something you should bring with you. But you know, it's a nice trash can. It's silver. Doesn't really go with the whole aesthetic of my apartment, but like, you know, who cares? Just looking for shelter. We just passed this thing called the Triangle House. It's this house in Seattle. It's kind of shaped like a triangle, and had an article about it. It's had a few articles about it. Oh my god. I'm just gonna pull over and make people like not be able to drive. I don't know, it wasn't that bad. Maybe I just complain. Who knows? Alright, you ready for the secret tech? There's a not 90. I don't live in the east side anymore. There's a 5 entrance right here, but like the only way to get to it is to turn around. But it's usually better, like, than the ones I deal with. Okay, let's do this. This person must hate their house, honestly, because like this happens. I'm not the only one that's doing this, by the way. This is like Capitol Hill Secrets 101. I don't know if anyone ever watched Regular Show, but that's what they did when they were like connecting. Look at that view. I'll give you a little taste of the Space Needle. You like the taste of the tip of the needle? Taste it. Just kidding. Yeah, we're going to Gig Harbor, which is it's kind of a gig economy, you know? Just kidding. That's stupid. But it is like a rich person's kind of perfect. Yeah, let me in. Not you. Not you. The guy behind me was like, oh, I'm gonna speed forward, even though someone's clearly doing all the things. You know, it never happens to me. Everyone else is a bad driver, right? Ooh, this guy sucks. I don't know if you noticed that, but this guy kind of sucks. I gotta get out of this lane. This lane is not for me. It's a metaphor for life. But yeah, I've lived in the Capitol almost a week. It's been like 4 days. Within 48 hours, I had my window broken into. Not my window, my car driver's side window was smashed. They opened the center console and they opened the glove compartment, the glove box. And what they stole was, I think they thought it was my registration, but what it actually was like a warning ticket from the city of Tacoma. Like one time I got a parking ticket, quote unquote. Like it wasn't a parking ticket. It was like a, hey, you shouldn't park here. Here's your warning. And if I do it again, I'm pretty sure Tacoma will register me and give me a ticket. But I think it was when I had my my intern plates, like the ones you get from the dealers for the month. Like the paper plates. It wasn't like, I don't think it was the plates I have now. Either way, yeah. Gotta get into the left lane. We're gonna be cruising at an altitude of 0. Actually, I have no idea what altitude even is. So, I mean, I did learn it at one point. It has something to do with the vectors they use. That must kind of suck driving like an empty truck, right? Like, because you're just driving as a hazard. You're not even, like, this guy can't be. He must be returning, right? Like, he must be going home. He must have just dropped off his thing. I don't know. I've thought about becoming a trucker, but they make you buy the truck or something, which I think is like that's such a bullshit fucking way to, like I swear to God, there's no company, there's no industry that doesn't try to fuck you. Maybe that's not entirely true, but like, I feel like that's a good way to trap people into trucking. Right? Like, the first year and a half, you're probably paying off the truck itself. I might not know what I'm talking about, honestly. I don't know. Like, I just heard that once in conversation. It's funny how many of those things we take to heart. I feel like that's mostly how like gym advice goes. Like, most of my gym advice is just stuff like trainers said to me over the years in like conversation, or like somebody super fit said this to me once and I'm like, that seems accurate. Nobody knows if that's accurate, but I feel like that's most of like gym advice is just like, I heard this once, it must be true. I read this in a book once, it must be true. I heard this in a class once, it must be true. It must still be true 10 years later. That's how people get comfortable and bored at their jobs. That's how people, like, there's a certain level of like people that have been there for a while that are doing stuff on autopilot, right? Oh, this is a diamond lane. What an interesting concept, the diamond lane. I kind of like the tolls better. At least with the tolls, you can just be like, fuck it. Like, sometimes the toll is like $10 to $15, depending on like peak rates. And it's like, bro, I'll pay that. I'll actually pay that. I hate traffic that much. See? I hate this. Look at that. Especially when the one next to you is like going a little bit better. And you're like, why did I get out of this lane? Yeah, I had my car smashed into. They didn't take anything. I took it. They said it was going to be like a $200 repair. Because my car is the hybrid version, it ended up being like a $500 repair, which is great. I love that. No, I love spending $500 on a window that might get smashed again. I bought the steering wheel lock thing, like the things you put in and lock in, and I wrote a note for the dashboard that says, like, everything's locked, nothing of value in the car, please don't break in. But when I got there, like to the windshield place, they said that my car is like one of the most broken into cars, and apparently some insurance agencies don't even cover it when I live in the city, like in Seattle, because like Seattle has like a lot of, you know, it's a populated city, there's crime. Some people on Fox News would say it's riddled with crime. I don't think that's true. Maybe it was, or maybe it was, I don't even think it was then when people thought it really was. Like in the the last half of the decade with like CHOP and like just Capitol Hill in general. And the point is that Fox News like makes fun of us, and they kind of over exaggerate the homeless situation. And honestly, the homeless situation I think has gotten a little bit better since like 2022, 2023. Just from my observation, I'm no expert. But like there's a lot less people at that Ross and Fourth, like the McDonald's and Ross and like downtown where like all these homeless people congregated. That got better, I think. It wasn't as bad this winter. I don't know. Like I really want to do something about homeless. Like I think homelessness is something that we can solve, but like there is a level of homelessness that's just like that person is crazy beyond help. Sadly, I don't want to admit this, but like that person's crazy beyond help, and if you put them in an apartment, they're probably just gonna crash the fuck out and like, you know, not take care of themselves and stuff like that. On the other hand, maybe they haven't been given the opportunity to try that out, you know? And there are a lot of empty like office spaces in this city. And I don't know a lot about zoning, but I'm pretty sure there's no laws of physics saying that something that's zoned as commercial can't be rezoned instantly as, what do you call it, residential. I'm sure there's a lot of real things you have to like incorporate, like sinks and stuff like that, and like plumbing for one unit housing and stuff like that, but I don't know. Get it done. It's not like you're gonna sell the office space as like co-working facilities. That's the biggest scam of this fucking century. This empty office spaces being sold as quote co-working spaces. Is that not the dumbest thing ever? It's like, cut your losses, bro. The big reason why there's such a big push for back to office anyway, dude, look at that Honda. Just maneuvering through people. But like the biggest reason that back to work, back to office is such a big thing is because these companies have signed like long leases for their office parks. They had to lobby, like Amazon and shit. Like if you have like a major like corporation headquarters in Seattle, you probably had to do a little bit of lobbying. And also signed like a 30-40 year lease or something. Maybe not 40 years, but like at least 20 years. I'm pretty sure I heard it was like 20 years. And of course, all the mid-management companies are like, well, Amazon's doing it. I want to be like Amazon. We were trying to be like Amazon. You know, like everyone's trying to be the big guy. Look, there he is. Brought to you by Prime and NordVPN. It's interesting. This northern refrigerated transportation is actually heading south. So it's breaking its own rules. But yeah, anyways, I signed an apartment lease. It's a great apartment. It's just sort of open in Cap Hill. Like there's no gate. It's actually kind of funny. There's a gate on one side of the stairs. Like there's two stairs, right and left. The right side has a gate, but the left doesn't. So it's like kind of gated, but not really. Yeah, not really. Like someone could go up to my door at any point in time. Which might not be the best for Capitol Hill, but fuck it, you know? What are they gonna do? I don't know, they already broke my window, so maybe they can do something. What the fuck? Okay, this does not look good for the camera. Why weren't you using your windshield wipers? I don't know, it just kind of ruined my shitty little podcast 20 people watch. Gig Harbor. I'm going down to Gig Harbor. See, but like now there's rain. I wonder if I can do This is not delayed enough. There it is. There it is. It needs to like, it needs to get wet so you can lubricate the windshield. You can't let it go across the windshield if it's dry. The windshield's kind of like a pussy in that way. That's not nice. There's no reason to bring, but they kind of are similar, right? Like if you don't, if you don't lubricate your windshield wipers before it hits the windshield, it's going to be this dry, awkward thing, kind of like a vagina without foreplay, or a penis, depending how leaky you are. That's gross. Okay. Anyways, co-working spaces, dumb as shit, right? I don't know anybody, like if you can afford to spend rent on a co-working place, which is probably like $800 a month or something, it's probably $1,000 a month, honestly. But like if you can afford that, then you can definitely afford an apartment that has space for that. So like, might as well just rent a 2-bedroom or something. I guess. I don't know. It's kind of my nightmare driving through two big things. I guess they're a little bit, but you know, like when they're like right next to each other and you kind of get in this middle of a sandwich, it's not cool. It's not cool. What else happened? I guess we attacked Iran. That was a thing. Those Epstein files must be bad. Fuck. Let me in. Let me in. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the left lane and drive under 60, said that Honda. I don't know if you guys can't see it, but there was like a pretty big truck behind me that was speeding up. Dude, fuck that Honda. Should be shot. I'll cut that, but like, you know. So sick of these slow people. See? I don't know if you heard that, but it was kind of dry. The windshield wipers. I've often thought about getting a lapel mic, but like honestly, that kind of ruins the authenticity of this. I'm using like an iPhone 10. My phone has a button on it, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna keep me from getting it jacked, like robbed, you know? Do you think the first person stealing stuff was named Rob? That's why it's called robbing somebody? That could be a joke, right? Is that funny? Nobody take that. I'm gonna write that down after this. Oh shit. Yeah, I wasn't really able to do a lot of my job this week because of the car thing. So hopefully my boss said it was chill, but he's kind of on vacation, I think. So I don't know why I got in front of this guy, because that Honda isn't driving. I mean, it is, but like, you know, there's driving and then there's not accelerating, and Washington drivers like to like not accelerate. See, look at that. It's just like, I'm driving 60. It's like I'm not really closing a distance, but I'm driving. It's like, close the distance, fool. You lesbian grandma. I don't know. It's just a short-haired lady. She kind of looks old. Old ladies can either be like the worst drivers or like the most aggressive drivers, and there's like no in between. Once again, brought to you by NordVPN. We're gonna do it until they sponsor us, you know. I'm sure every time I mention NordVPN in a video, they get a little notification or something. Right? That's gotta make sense. There's no way they don't, because like, honestly, the entire country is being monitored by like 4 different companies. And this data is so stupid. Like, if the data was interesting, I feel like it'd be interesting. But it's not. It's like, this person looked up porn. I don't know. A lot of people don't realize that data is a bunch of data sets. I mean, they do realize, they forget. But like, data's made up of like billions of points of data sets, and yeah, like, you may be a part of the data, but like, that's not what they're looking at. You're just there. Why did I get honked at? Is that at me? I don't know. Did you guys even hear that? We'll never know until we play it back. I don't know. Somebody honked, and I think it was the truck on my right. Not this one, but the one behind us. I hope this is more enjoyable during the day. I feel like night driving is just sort of like, whatever, fuck you, you know? You don't get to see the beauty. Oh no, my landlord just messaged me. This is kind of a good stopping point. No, I can keep going. I feel like it. I feel like I got a few left in the chamber. Last night I went down to Tacoma for the bucket spot, and I got 4th on the bucket spots. And if one person wasn't there, I would have made it onto the bucket. I was like the last bucket not to get pulled. But you know what? That's how you live by the bucket. You live and you die by the sword. So what can you do? What can you do? I tried my best. That's all you can do. What did Picard say? Sometimes you do everything right and you still lose. But it's okay, because all I lost was like a double dip, and it's fine. And I'm still above where I should be right now. Yeah, well, I'm at the way I do it at the beginning of the month is I try to like get as many sets in as the date. So today I'm filming on the 5th of March, and I have 4 sets, but I'm doing one tonight, so I'll be at 5, which is pretty accurate. Like, that's where I want to be. I would be at 6 if I had my car on Tuesday, so I could do the triple dip. There's a triple dip. Tuesday's the first Tuesday of the month, because there's this Growler Guys mic that's after the 2 Tuesday mics in Seattle, and you can get a triple dip in. But either way, like, yeah, I would be at 6 if my car hadn't gotten broken into, but what are you gonna do? Honestly, I'm not missing much. The mic, the triple dip mic is literally, it's almost always either just comics or like the owner and his like boating buddies, you know? Like, all of them are like, oh, I own a small business, and I go to a country club. Like those kind of people. Right, like the people that are like, I've got a cabin in this state and in this state. Just people with like, you know, like the American dream is working for them. I gotta stop changing lanes. I keep seeking opportunity to like get ahead. But like, honestly, if I keep vibing in this lane, it'll pass me from the others, so yeah. Do I have anything else to talk about? I ran. Not like I ran the country, but like I ran for the first time. It's been kind of like a reshifting in schedule this week. Like, my schedule before I moved was pretty locked in workout wise, and it was a lot of swimming. And Capitol Hill has a lot of hills, and I used to run up hills for exercise, and now that's what I'm going to shift to. I'm going to try to swim like maybe once or twice a week, but like running up hills is just so good for you. You know? Running up the hill. Right? Remember that song? Kate Bush. Bush is back in. Bush is kind of... I wonder if Bush is back in because, like, the people making memes right now are almost 30 and, like, Bush kind of fluctuates in adulthood. Also, since we're talking about Bush, I remember hearing this, like, it wasn't really a rumor, but, like, it was a liberal talking point during the Bush administration that, like, George W. Bush went to, like, this secret society at Yale, and his dad watched him do something embarrassing, but, like, that's probably true. Like, given all the Epstein files and shit, like, that's probably something we should look into. Just saying. Just made eye contact with the guy that was in front of me. Don't you hate that when you, like, pass somebody and then they look at you and you're like, what? You were going slow. Your Honor, he was going slow. Oh, fuck. Okay, I gotta stop doing this. Just stay in your lane, I guess is the lesson here, right? Unless your lane is by a bunch of slow people. See, I was trying to get in front of this guy that's coming up on the left, the BMW, but nope. No, we're just gonna stay in the lane. Alright, well, I feel like this has been pretty much enough. It's been about 26 minutes. I guess I could keep going, but, like, I don't know. Not much to talk about. Yeah. Come back next week, you know? I think I'm going to start posting them on Fridays. That sort of seems where we're leading to. Okay. Well, this has been the Jason Katz PodKatz. Please like and subscribe. Comment question of the day. You could win something. Brought to you by NordVPN. We're gonna get that partnership. But anyways, comment question of the day. How long do you think it will be until my car gets broken into again? Or, like, my house gets broken into? Something gets broken into. Leave your guesses in the comments down below, and one of you could win a PlayStation. I don't know. Just kidding. But, you know, comment. Like, subscribe, comment.